Alright, what's up guys? Previous video, somebody asked me to make a video about counter steering, and I'm also going to cover some riding positions because in order to counter steer you kind of need to know the riding positions as well. So that's what we're going to cover in this video. I'm going to fucking build an aiming, I'm going to build something that helps you aim that camera. Like a fucking bracket that'll let you fucking aim it. So basically what I have set up is I'm just sitting on the side stand, as you can see, and that was a text message. But I'm just sitting on the side stand. It's an easy way to practice like your riding positions and stuff like that. Until you get really used to them. Just be careful, don't pitch around a whole lot because you will knock your bike over. First thing, whenever you're riding, alright, before you even start counter steering, you need to understand before you actually start doing any kind of counter steering, you got to understand your riding positions and what you're going to actually do. So let's say we're going to go into a corner to the left. Alright, first thing you want to do, my toes are on the pegs and my ankle, my heel, my foot is inward. I've got guards on mine. You can see right here, keep me from hitting the swing arm. Your bike may or may not have those. If you don't have them, be careful because you can see your change right there. And if you don't have this guard, you're going to feel your swing arm moving around when you're hitting bumps. So basically what you want is your toes on the pegs. Always put your toes on the pegs. And you want your heel kicked inward. Alright? Whenever you come around the corner, you start to counter steer, you basically have to set up for position. You basically set up your position for your bike. You always want to, before you enter the turn, you want to be set on your bike so you're not moving around a whole lot. Just all you got to do is just counter steer into it and hit the corner. So what you're going to want to do, you really never want to move more than a cheek off your bike. You always see a bunch of people and they're always like hanging way off their bike, stuff like that. For just basic cornering, stuff like that, you really one cheek off your bike, you'll be alright. So basically all you do is you move a cheek off, alright, you can see half my ass is off of my bike now, and you're going to lean into the turn. Make sure you don't cross your body. A lot of people try to hang on to their bike like this. They're trying to hang on because they're scared they're going to fall off. You want to basically, with your outside knee, if we're making a turn to the left, your outside knee, you're going to press against the tank and hold it tight. And then whenever you come in, your knee's naturally going to come out. Make sure that you're not wearing full leather racing suit, you're not dragging your knee, you're going to scrape your shit up, and it's going to freak you out when it starts hurting. So basically, you want to look across, look through your turn, but basically pull your head, you want to try to point your head over the top of your wrist, and you want to basically hang one cheek off. So you're really getting an aggressive stance, kind of leaning forward a little bit into the turn. Main thing, make sure that whenever you're going, you're not straight armed on your bars. You don't want to have your arms really stiff on your handlebars because it's going to cause a lot more motion, a lot more movement. You basically want to just stay relaxed on the bars, but make sure you're holding on at the same time. Just keep your arms slightly bent. Something you need to practice whenever you're going to start counter steering is whenever you're in a turn and you're leaned over and you're hop off your bike, when you come out of the turn, you're going to come over back on the center of your bike. Or if you're hitting switchbacks, you'll be switching back and forth on your bike. Now, you can see, look at the front tire. You can see as you're going, a bad habit that some people get into is if they're holding the bars too tight, when they switch back, they'll pull the handlebar when they switch from one position to the next. So if they're over making a left turn and they start to go into a right turn immediately, they'll pull the handlebar, and you want to make sure that you're avoiding that. Basically, whenever you're on there, you should be able to move on your bike without pulling your handlebars. So, a good way to practice it is to watch your handlebar and basically learn how to get your body from one side of your bike to the other without actually moving your front wheel, without turning your handlebars one way or the other. So, if you're on this side, basically what you're going to do, you're in a left turn, you're looking over, looking through your turn, you got your knee popped out. Whenever you go to get straight on your bike or to the right side, you want to push up a little bit on your legs, push up a little bit so your body weight's not on the seat of your bike but on the pegs. You're going to push up and move your body over. Don't turn your handlebars, right? It's going to move a little bit, but you want to make sure you're not doing any drastic movements while you're in the turn, because either way you're going to increase your lean angle and tighten your turn, or decrease your lean angle and you're going to widen your turn and it may not be what you want. So just get the habit of being able to switch from one side of your bike to the other without moving your front wheel. Basically, if you learn how to ride a bicycle when you were a little kid, you know how to counter steer already. It's just natural and you don't realize that it's counter steering because every bike does it. But basically what you're going to do when you come into a corner, when you counter steer, you're actually going to push the bar, alright? Now a lot of people have their arms too straight, and when they try to push, they're actually pushing down on the bar. That's why you want to keep when you do that, when you push down on the bar, you don't have as much ability to turn. You lose a lot of your turning ability when you're pushing down this way, towards the ground. So basically, when you always hear people say push, if you want to go left, you push left. So you have your arms bent, you want to push inward on the bar. That's where you get the term counter steering, because if I'm trying to turn left and I push on the left bar, I'm actually turning my bike to the right. When I push on my left bar and turn my tire to the right, it causes my bike to fall to the left. So when I fall to the left, it's actually going to begin to turn left, just like if you were to lean. A lot of people think that leaning with your body is going to cause the bike to turn. But what they don't realize is that when you lean with your body, you're actually creating a counter steer. Your bike's naturally going to counter steer. So basically counter steering in itself, you're forcing it to do it more drastically. So when you counter steer, you push in, it leans your bike, and then your bike will naturally turn back and go through the rest of the corner. And that's when you really want to make sure that you're looking through your turn, whichever direction you're going. So if I'm turning left, I'm going to push left, and it's going to lean my bike, and I'm going to continue to look through the turn. The same thing, if I were to go right, I would look right, push right, and it would lean my bike over, and I would look through the entire turn until I'm out of it. The turn, and you actually start to turn, there's a couple key tricks you need to know. So if you turn, let's say you're going left, and you actually start turning, your bike's going to naturally turn back once you actually get into the turn. So it's almost, your bars will be almost straight again while you're in the turn. Now to actually tighten your turn, what you need to do, say you need to get, you're on a decreasing radius, you need to get a tighter turn out of it. Push on the bars a little bit more, on the left bar, to lay your bike over more, and you're going to ease on the throttle a little more. So you're going to start out in a turn, it's going to get a little tighter, you push a little more, it's going to lay your bike over more, and then you slightly pull the throttle, and start rolling on it. Now, to widen your turn, let's say you're coming around and you actually want to stand your bike up. To push, if you push on your inside bar, it's going to tighten your turn. If you push on your outside bar, it's going to cause your bike to stand up. So basically it's the same thing, same concept either way. If you turn to the right, now your right side is the inside handlebar, so you push on the inside to tighten it out, or you push on the outside to widen your turn. It's going to stand your bike up. When it decreases your lean, it's going to decrease the amount you're turning. When you come into a corner, right when you hit the apex of the corner, you want to start throttling, maybe even a little sooner if the corner is not that tight. Whenever you come out of a corner, you want to slowly roll in your throttle, so about this pace. About that fast. Now, do that for a while, get some good practice out of it, and then eventually you'll get to the point where you roll on the throttle about this pace, a little faster each time.